Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Emmerdale fans rumble Robert Sugden's reason for return, but it's not to crash the wedding. Emmerdale fans believed they've worked out the reason for Rob Sugden's return to the Dales after it was reported actor Ryan Hawley would be making his way back to the ITV soap. Earlier this year, it was reported that Emmerdale fan favorite Robert Sugden would be making a shock return to the ITV soap, 6 years after his exit. The brief return will reportedly coincide with his brother John Sugden's wedding to Robert's ex Erin Dingle. However, fans think they've worked out the real reason for his return. Ryan Hawley starred as Robert Sugden for 5 years, until 2019 after his character was jailed attacking Sister Victoria's rapist, Lee, after initially pleading guilty to GBH. After Lee died from brain hemorrhage sustained from the attack, he went on the run with husband Aaron before handing himself into police. Recently, fans have been fearing for Aaron as John was revealed to be responsible for multiple worrying going-ons in the village, including the death of Kane's son Nate Robinson, with some thinking Rob will be back to save his ex from his brother. Robert's charge was then upgraded to murder, and he was handed a life sentence, with a minimum of 14 years. However, it's only been 6 years since he was locked up, and therefore fans think he may only appear in a nightmare, and not actually return to the Dales at all. Taking to Reddit, one fan said, "I think most likely he only appears in one of John's nightmares, but I do wonder if there's something that triggers it, like Vic telling them Robert is appealing his sentence, or Robert writing to Aaron to tell him that, or something to maybe plant the seed for a proper return. Otherwise, I can't see why John would be that bothered about him when he knows Robert still has a while left in prison and he's got bigger problems with Aiden and Nate. I think I'm in agreement that it's probably a nightmare scenario, but I do find it interesting there's going to be a physical Robert stint at all," said another, who highlighted that John's already shown to be insecure about Aaron's past with Robert. Due to the return reportedly being brief, others were convinced that fans would see a few prison scenes with the character, whereas others thought he may be released early. I can only think of him being released early from prison, hear about Aaron getting married from someone, and come back to shoot his last shot with Aaron just in the nick of time, said one. But I don't think he'd do it to save Aaron, as I don't think he knows much of who John is. Nobody in the village knows John's the villain, so extremely unlikely for Robert to then know. It's more likely he has his own selfish agenda, as historically that's the drive behind a lot of his character's acts. Previously speaking on his rumored return, a source told The Sun that it was the biggest secret in Soapland, continuing, "Ryan has a lot of respect for the show and its fans, and he really wanted to give them a treat, so he agreed to come back for a brief stint. It's going to be a huge surprise for fans, especially the Robran fans who have missed Robert desperately since Ryan quit," the source added. Bosses were so desperate to keep the secret from audiences that they were said to have using fake names on scripts and smuggling him in and out of the studios. However, eagle-eyed fans had spotted clues pointing towards his return in the weeks before. During this time, Rob had been mentioned, visited in prison by a character, and his secret brother John making a debut.